Guys, I finally got the XRT right here. This is my first look, and I'm going to dig into this thing a little bit. We're going to test out some motor mounts and motor options. Also, I got some different tires. Guys, let's get to that table. Yep, I got the orange one. This thing pops. Orange body is a whole lot more kinda sorta X-Max. So most of the driveline of this is supposed to match up to the X-Max. The long arms, the hubs, it has the updated hubs. We can look at those right there with the large bearings inside. So yeah. Now, the spring rates, the rear feels like it's nice and progressive, which should help out and run pretty well. Let's flip this thing over. I've been after this truck for quite a while, and well, I'm glad to see it's finally here. Got those little vents. If you've been after this truck as well, yeah, you already know all this stuff. So let's go ahead and get into the good stuff. The motor and the gearings. This is actually a very popular gear set for the X-Max. That is a 20-tooth pinion with a 50-tooth spur. Yep, very popular combination. I love the V8 looking setup with the fans. I really do. And that's a nice heat sink as well. It does come with the optional speed gears right there, 2346. That should make this thing move right along. Let's try out these motor mounts. Let's get all this out of the way, set it off to the side, and let's see. If you have to work on this thing and you're keeping the stock system, that's where the pins are for the stock 2050 gears. We're going to start out with a small block motor mount, the smaller one for the 1717 size motors for an X-Max right here. And I've got a 1717 size motor. It is turned all the way up to the very tip top. Let's see what we have for body clearance. Now, yeah, this is not in the way. Now, one other benefit of the small block one, if you stay with this length motor, you get to keep your ESC down there. It actually catches the body way down there. That's where it actually touches. As far as the motor body and all that, that clears. Apparently, it's the motor mount right at the very top, and it is right as the cab drops down. Just checking it out, you can totally feel that motor mount under here. So yeah, to go bigger, we got to open this area up so we can have proper clearance and maybe even help for cooling for a motor. But man, if you have some really tall fans on that thing, they could actually be up there above the truck. Kind of neat. You can run like a ducted fan system in here, so the faster you go, it just cools it and just, oh well. Anyways, knowing that the red one right over there is a little bit too tall, everything else is too tall. This is an early generation Vitavan motor mount right here. This is the Poseidon motor mount. Look how tall that is. This is like not quite the newest version. There's another version with some added supports and all on the side. I believe it's about the same height. It might be a little bit up there, but still, it's not going to be like the Poseidon mount. Yeah, this thing is currently limited drastically, even at this point right here, unless you cut a hole in the body. Wow. And just for those of us that are going to be putting big systems in here, we got to come up with some new ways to do this. Wow. Big old 2028 can motor right there. It's tight, guys. I want to make a prediction on the motor mount. These two holes right here, all the way across. And then we have a couple holes down here as well. And that's where the new ESC will go. That way you keep everything within the body and all that. And you'll have plenty of room for that motor. Yep, it'll go right over top of the stock receiver box. Now, the other option will be a mount to just mount up just from here and kind of swing out a little bit to give you guys a deck. And once you get that, you can put the ESC on. So it's going to be this or that. Yep, I guess we'll just have to find out, because I know the aftermarket is going to be all over this thing right here. Up next is the tire swap. Let's see what this thing looks like in some sweet tires. The Proline Badlands. Oh man, that's mean. Also, these tires are bigger. So, yep, check this out. Bigger by a pretty good bit there. Kind of surprised. Now this has fun written all over it. Oh man, You guys know I'm going to have to do this. Man, these things. Yeah. And now it's time to size it up. We all know this is a low center of gravity X-Max, like Extreme Race Truck, right? So I could compare it to X-Max, or we could just go right to the Creighton. Let's just do it right here, right now. Although mine is quite modified and about to go way, way higher, they are very similar in size. I believe the Creighton might be maybe a quarter of an inch or so of a longer wheelbase. As far as the width goes, now I don't have the stock Creighton tires on it, so you know, it is what it is, right? Or not. Now that we got the same sets of tires on here, let's stand these things up. Let's see which one's wider. And here we go. Whoop, whoop. Ah, the Creighton is wider. And I don't believe that the arms are going to make much of a difference when you look at both of them. Arms are kind of drooped or down, but still, Creighton is wider. I know that this is supposed to have the same battery compartment as the X-Max. It seems to be a little bit shorter though. The old Turnigy 5000 milliamps, you can see those are really small batteries. They fit perfectly fine. These other ones, they are a squeeze, and some of them like this one and this one have to fit like that. Because they're just a little bit less this way than what they are that way. And they are really tight. Like, really tight. Well, there you go, guys. I showed you guys what I thought was interesting. I didn't mess with the radio because that's standard issue. Nothing special there. The truck. Okay, let's talk about beefiness. I believe the truck is plenty beefy enough. It's a X-Max with low center of gravity. So that's something I've been wanting for quite a while. Didn't bother with the servo, but you know that comes in under the bottom on that. Tires, they're probably not going to do good on my track. But you know what? We're going to give them a run. But anyway, guys, hey, time to give this thing a drive. Probably going to be running the small batteries. But anyway, guys, check that description. I'll link up an XRT. I'll check my affiliate links. All right, guys, anyway, check that description. Use those links. Hit that subscribe and ring that bell. You're awesome, Cassidy. Catch you later. If you're still watching, you are top shelf. You are the cream of the crop, the pick of the litter. You are phenomenal. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. Now, down below, there are links for the products you see. Also for channel memberships, if you guys want to be a part. Channel members get early viewing on pretty much everything that I can. So, guys, check that description. There's a lot of info down there. Thank you all for watching.